Councillors, we're back in open council. And Mr. General Manager, you've got plenty of water in your glass. I'll get you to read the 10 dot points of the confidential meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. In regard to item CR 2.1, tender 2 of 2023, Merriwell Sewer Treatment Plant sludge removal tender evaluation. Council resolved 1 to accept tender number 2023 from Dredging Solutions Proprietary Limited for Merriwell Sewer Treatment Plant sludge removal for an estimated sum of $1,028,961.51 inclusive of GST, and 2, provide delegated authority to the General Manager to approve variations to the contract to the value of 50% above the lump sum without council approval, and 3, provide delegated authority to the General Manager to conduct all relevant functions under the contract. In regard to item CR 2.2, tender 11 of 2023, the water main renewal tender recommendation. Council resolved 1 to accept tender number 11 2023 from TCM Civil Proprietary Limited for water main renewal for a lump sum of $1,967,240 inclusive of GST. 2, delegate authority to the General Manager to approve variations to the contract to the value of 50% above the lump sum without council approval. And 3, delegate authority to the General Manager to conduct all relevant functions under the contract. In regard to item CR 2.3, tender T 142223 HUN, supply and delivery of ductile iron cement line pipes, water and sewer fittings and valves. Council resolved 1 to accept the tender from Cadia Group Proprietary Limited as a single source supplier of category 1 for the supply and delivery of ductile iron cement line pipes for the period 1st of July 2023 to 31st of December 2024. 2, to accept all tenders, that being Cadia Group Proprietary Limited and Derwent Industries Proprietary Limited, as panel source suppliers of category 2 and 3 for the supply and delivery of water and sewer fittings and valves for the period 1 July 2023 to 31st of December 2024. And 3, subject to satisfactory performance, allow a further 12-month optional extension from 1st of January 2024 to 31st December 2025 for all categories. In regard to item CR 2.4, tender T 122223 HUN, supply and delivery of water meters. Council resolved 1 to accept the tender from Cadia Group Proprietary Limited as a single source supplier for the supply and delivery of water meters for the period 1 July 2023 to 31st December 2024. And 2, subject to satisfactory performance, allow a further 12-month optional extension from 1 January 2024 to 31st January 2025. In regard to item CR 2.5, tender T 132223 HUN, supply and delivery of bulk cationic bitumen CRS emulsion. Council resolved 1, accept the tender from Bitchapave Limited, trading as Boral Asphalt, New South Wales ACT, as a single source supplier for the supply and delivery of bulk cationic bitumen for the period 1 January 2023 to 31st December 2024. And 2, subject to satisfactory performance, allow a further 12-month optional extension from 1 January 2024 to 31st December 2025. In regard to item CR 2.6, tender T 152223 HUN, supply and delivery of bulk water treatment chemicals. Council resolved 1, accept the tender as a panel source tender of suppliers for the supply and delivery of bulk water treatment chemicals for the period 1 January 2023 to the 31st December 2024 for A, Schedule A chlorine gas 70 kilograms and 920 kilograms from Ixium. B, Schedule B, aluminium sulfate from Consolidated, Omega and Redox. And Schedule D, sodium hypochlorite at 13% strength from Colonial, Consolidated, Ixom, Omega and Redox. 2, subject to satisfactory performance, allow a further 12-month optional extension for Schedules A, B and D from 1 January 2025 to 31st December 2025. In regard to item CR 2.7, tender T 162223 HUN, supply and delivery of hardware and associated products. Council resolved 1, to accept the tender from Blackwoods for the supply and delivery of hardware for the period 1 January 2023 to 31st December 2024. And 2, subject to satisfactory performance, allow a further 12-month optional extension from 1 January 2025 to 31st December 2025. In regard to item CR 2.8, tender 172223 HUN, supply and delivery of passenger, truck and earth mover tyres, Council resolved 1, to accept tenders from Bridgestone, Tyre Max, Tyre Power Scone and Tyres for You as panel source suppliers for the supply and delivery of passenger vehicle, truck and earth moving tyres for the period 1 January 2023 to 31st December 2024. And 2, subject to satisfactory performance, allow a further 12-month optional extension from 1 January 2025 to 31st December 2025. In regard to item CR 2.9, tender T202223 HUN, provision of road stabilising. Council resolved 1, to accept tenders from Accurate Stabilising, Durac Civil, Highway Stabilisers and Stabilised Pavements as panel source suppliers for the provision of road stabilising for the period 1 January 2023 to 31st December 2024 for both Category 1 cement mix and Category 2 lime mix. And 2, subject to satisfactory performance, allow a further 12-month optional extension from 1 January 2025 to 31st December 2025 for both Categories 1 and 2. In regard to item CR 2.10, property update, Council resolved 1, commence sales for lot 12 of DP 227553 and lot 12 DP 239406. 2, commence expressions of interest for A, lot 1 and lot 3 DP 212047, B, lot 35 DP 1184486, C, subdivision DP 262398, and D, lot 31 DP 1194098. 3, commence direct development of lot 44 DP 846091. And 4, investigate any opportunity for state government funding towards the development of these lots.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Anyone want that repeated? Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I got it noted here. I think I've missed apologies and application for leave of absence by councillors in the open council.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, I think you did. My assumption was you looked around the room and saw that we're all here and we had the comment from the director in regard to Councillor Flaherty. But if you want to formalise it, you can call for apologies now, but there are none.
So
None
no
received.
apologies.
None received.
Document that, please.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay, councillors, thank you. We had a fair bit on the agenda and we got through it, I think, very briskly and all enjoyed ourselves. So we declare the meeting closed at 6:25.